Welcome to our 5 on 5. We're pleased to be joined by Doug Gould from Foundations for Recovery. Doug, good to see you again. How are you today?
Good to see you, Craig.
Thanks for being here. Good.
Thanks.
So tell us a little bit about the organization. In case people don't know, what does FFR do?
Yeah, Foundation for Recovery, we opened our doors in December of 2011. We offer peer mentoring, one-on-one recovery coaching for adult and services for men and women. We do peer mentoring. Basically, we do recovery coaching, taking somebody that was once in addiction, training them, equipping them, state certifying them as a recovery coach, and then we offer our services to the community. And so Foundation for Recovery, we're making some great opportunities here in the community of bringing the community together and also meeting the needs of the individuals as well as families. And we absolutely love what we do. We also have a youth program, ages 11 through 17, called Step Up, Speak Out, Stand Firm for high-risk young people. We offer parent support groups, outpatient services, and a wide variety of substance abuse and non-substance abuse counseling and support. So yeah.
Wow, a lot going on there for a lot of different
absolutely.
people, of course,
yeah, absolutely.
Both addicts and recovering and beyond that,
absolutely.
as you talked about with the families. So how did you personally get into this, or how did the organization get started?
Sure. Actually, personally, I'm a recovered alcoholic. I went through a time in my life. I gave up 21 years of sobriety and picked up the drink again, thinking that would give me comfort and control of my situations. And actually what happened was, found out the addiction is progressive, and I got to a point that I ended up in the Rogue Valley Hospital with a blood pressure of 280 over 220. I was on cardiac arrest, triage 1, and I laid there, and I said to myself, how did I get here? You know, I need help. And by the grace of God, I walked out of there 5 days later, and the first call I made was to a friend of mine, Steve Hale, who used to work at the old Genesis Recovery Center. And I said, Steve, I need help. And he goes, Doug, you need God. You know, you got to put faith in your recovery, and you need support. You need someone there with you. And he himself, being a recovery addict, said, I'll help you. And so that blossomed into a one-on-one approach, which isn't anything new. Many of our 12-step programs, Craig, have that as part of their program. But he saw a need that one-on-one approach, and so we opened our doors in the Woolworth Building in 2011 with that idea of taking somebody that was once in recovery, who's strong in their recovery, training them, equipping them, teaching them, certifying them, and now they become peer support, specialists, if we will. Wow. and they coach, and that's how I got into it. Well, and love giving my program away, and love helping those who are caught in addiction.
Wow, very powerful.
Yeah.
Good for you and all.
Yeah, thank you.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll have much more with Doug in a moment. Stay with us. Okay. Welcome back to our 5 on 5. Again, here with Doug Gould from Foundations for Recovery. So, Doug, what are we seeing right now in this drug situation that is here in Rogue Valley? Yeah,
good question. Basically, what we're seeing, Craig, is a rise in heroin. And not only that, but we don't know what's out there. Lately, they've been cutting it with fentanyl, which makes the drug more potent. Of course, we have an issue with meth, but I tell you what, with proper treatment, and we've got some great agencies in our community, and that's why we're trying to do this event, is bringing people together for that one common understanding that there is life after addiction. But yeah, we're seeing a rise in heroin use. We're also seeing a rise in the marijuana use, and that's why the Foundation for Recovery has joined together with Emily and Mossberg over at Jackson County Mental Health in the initiative of Let's Talk Pot. And so a lot of agencies are coming together with that understanding of let's get the education out there and the awareness of what addiction is doing in our community. So yeah, heroin we're seeing that the rise, but meth has been there too. As well. So.
Yeah, it's still even.
It is, absolutely.
Despite the strides that have been made, still very much.
Absolutely, unfortunately.
Yeah, and so it has been about a little over a year since marijuana became legal for adults 21 and up. From your experience, are you seeing people? Is there a drastic increase in the amount of people smoking marijuana? Yeah,
unfortunately there is, and here's the thing. I don't have a problem with true medical marijuana when it doesn't have the THC levels in it. The THC is the psychoactive narcotic within that drug, and that's what we're trying to educate. And so each month, the Foundation for Recovery, we do monthly luncheons called Learn to Hope, and we bring up issues like this in our community. So yeah, we've seen an increase in marijuana use because of it. And we have also seen, unfortunately, even our own participants, and not just at our agency, but other agencies, when they relapse or do a cross addiction and get into something that is supposedly legal. So we're seeing a rise in that, unfortunately.
Okay, I want to talk about a big event you guys have coming up in
absolutely.
September. Guns and Hoses. I remember it's police versus firefighters.
Absolutely.
Baseball, softball.
Softball. Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
So tell us about that and what else is going on that week.
Yeah, we want to start promoting it now because we're about 6 weeks out from it. But it's our third annual Drive Out Drugs Recovery Festival with the idea of putting a positive face on recovery. We've joined with Medford Rogues, who have opened up the ballpark for us to get out there. And we have great supporters: Robert Allray, Farmers Insurance, Bobby O's Pizza, Baumgartner Landscape, the Dove, Southern Oregon Subaru, the 105 Point Wolf, and everybody's coming together with this idea that we're going to bring addiction education awareness to our community. So we're asking the entire community, come on out. Friday night we kick off with what is called the Battle of the Badge. It is a home run derby contest between the police and the fire department. Wow. And then also we're going to have Spartan Jim, Troy's group out there to do some exhibition boxing and just a night of raffle prizes and stuff. And then it goes into Saturday is our all-day festival with a carnival outside in the parking lot and the Guns and Hoses softball tournament on the inside.
I know how much that means to those guys, too.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah,
absolutely. And Medford Police, Medford PD, Brett Johnson, everybody in the gang won last year, beat Central Point PD 15-5. But we have Central Point and Medford PD, District 3 and District 5 Fire Department joining us for Guns and Hoses. Wonderful. Raffle prizes. We're going to be raffling a motorcycle away. You got to be present to win.
Okay.
Tickets are on sale. There's only $10 a ticket. Wow. We're only selling 700. Okay. And all the proceeds go right back into our program because at the foundation, we don't charge for our services. We're completely free to those who want addiction treatment and counseling.
Very good.
Absolutely.
Great to see you.
Thanks,
so
Greg.
much for being here.
Appreciate it.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.